I always believed I knew her completely. My wife wasn't just my partner. She was my safe place, the person I trusted with every part of me. I thought our marriage was untouchable, that nothing could break the foundation we had built. But all it took was one ordinary Tuesday, one tiny moment, for my entire world to fall apart. I was at the office, half buried in spreadsheets, tuning out the chatter of co-workers planning lunch and talking about their weekends. Everything was routine, nothing special. Then my phone buzzed. Just another notification. At least, that's what I thought. It was a location sharing app my wife and I had installed months ago. At first, it felt harmless, even comforting, our little safety net. I almost never checked it anymore, because I trusted her. I didn't need to. But that day, for reasons I'll never understand, I opened it. Maybe instinct, maybe fate. And there it was, her pin glowing on the screen. Not at her friend's house, not at the gym, not at the grocery store, like she'd told me. No, she was at a hotel downtown. And she wasn't alone. My breath caught in my throat. I blinked, convinced it was some glitch. I refreshed the app again and again, hoping the location would change. But it didn't. 2 names, hers and someone else's. Someone I didn't know. The room spun around me, and the spreadsheets on my computer blurred. I felt a sickening weight in my stomach, like the floor had dropped out from under me. My hands shook so badly I could barely hold the phone. My heart whispered what my mind refused to accept. She wasn't where she said she'd be. I told myself I needed proof. I told myself I couldn't jump to conclusions. But the truth was already gnawing at me, piece by piece. I grabbed my keys, left my desk without a word, and drove. Every red light felt like a lifetime. Every turn like I was moving closer to something I couldn't unsee. My chest was pounding, my mind spinning through excuses. Maybe she was meeting a friend. Maybe it wasn't what it looked like. But under all that, I knew I was driving toward the death of the life I thought I had. The hotel parking lot was almost empty, the cold wind biting at my skin as I stepped out. My legs felt heavy, as though each step might collapse beneath me. I sat in the car for what felt like forever, gripping the steering wheel until my knuckles turned white, trying to find the courage to face whatever was waiting upstairs. Inside, the lobby was eerily quiet. The receptionist slid the key card toward me without looking, as if she handed out heartbreak every day. I clutched it in my hand, the plastic digging into my palm. The elevator ride was torture. Each ding of another floor felt like a countdown to the end of my world. When I reached room 506, I didn't knock. I pushed the door open. There she was, my wife, the woman I thought I knew better than anyone. She was in the middle of the room, unbuttoning her jacket, unaware I was standing there. For a moment, time itself seemed to freeze. The sound of the door clicking shut made her stiffen. She turned slowly, her eyes meeting mine. The look on her face gutted me. It wasn't shock. It wasn't fear. It was recognition. She knew she'd been caught. And worse, she knew I already understood. The silence between us was unbearable. My throat burned as I forced out the only words I could manage. How could you? She swallowed hard, her lips parting but no sound coming. I stepped closer, my voice breaking. Who is he? The seconds dragged, each one slicing into me like a blade. Finally, in a voice that barely carried, she whispered, His name is Lucas. I never meant for this to happen. I didn't want it to go this far. But I've been lonely. We've been falling apart, and I didn't know how to fix it. Lonely. That single word hit harder than any confession. I laughed, but it wasn't a laugh of humor. It was bitter, broken, jagged. Lonely? We had a life together. We built a home, shared dreams, made memories. And you throw it away because you were lonely? You couldn't talk to me? You couldn't give me the chance to fix it with you. Tears welled in her eyes, spilling down her cheeks. She shook her head. I didn't know how to tell you. I didn't know how to face you. Her excuses cut deeper than the betrayal itself. I stared at her, seeing not the woman I fell in love with, but a stranger draped in her skin. Every smile we shared, every kiss, every whispered promise in the dark, it all felt counterfeit now. You didn't just betray me, I said quietly, my voice trembling with exhaustion. You betrayed yourself. You gave up on us long before I opened that door. She reached out like she wanted to touch me, but I stepped back. The air between us was thick with regret, guilt, and the ashes of what we once had. I turned and walked away, her soft sobs echoing in the background. My legs carried me through the hallway, though my body felt weightless, hollow. I didn't feel anger. I didn't even feel heartbreak. Just an emptiness so vast it swallowed everything else. The drive home blurred past me. Buildings, traffic, streetlights, everything looked dreamlike, like I wasn't even really there. My hands were on the wheel, but my mind was adrift. I thought about the laughter we shared, the nights we stayed up talking until sunrise, the times I believed she was my forever. All of it turned to smoke the moment I saw her in that room. When I pulled into our driveway, I just sat there. The silence pressed down on me, and then it hit me harder than anything else ever could. The worst part wasn't losing her. It was realizing I had been blind. I ignored the small silences, the fading touches, the way her eyes stopped lighting up when she looked at me. I let myself believe everything was fine because I was too scared to face the cracks. Betrayal isn't just about the person who cheats. It's also about the lies you tell yourself, the truths you bury to keep your illusion alive. And once the truth shatters an illusion, there's no way back. That night, sitting in the car outside the house we once called home, I finally understood. She had broken us, but I had let it happen too. And now, all I had left were the jagged pieces of a life that could never be put back together.